My name is Sabita Duwal and I'm a project officer at Riverine Plains and a project lead in this companion cropping project. This trial is about looking at the vetch as a companion cropping in a wheat system. And we know over the past few decades there has been an increasing use of synthetic nitrogen fertilizers like urea or lot. So we need an alternative source for these synthetic nitrogen fertilizers because they comes with economic and environmental impact and they are very costly as well. Therefore, in this trial we are looking at vetch as a legume because legume has an ability to fix nitrogen naturally from the atmosphere. So we are looking at a vetch in this trial as a legume and growing it alongside the wheat, non-legume crop, as a companion cropping. We are also looking at different termination timing of a vetch so that we can look at appropriate time of removing it from the wheat systems, because if we remove it too early, it has no enough time to get the nitrogen fix and get the biomass accumulate. And also if we remove it too late from the system, it starts competing with the wheat for the resources like water, nutrients and lights. So our goal in this trial is to see or look at this sweet spot where we can find the optimum timing of vetch removal from the wheat systems. So we have a total of 9 treatments in this trial. The first 2 treatments are straight wheat, where we grow them in low and high nitrogen input condition. The objective of these monocultures, straight wheat, is to look at how wheat performs without companion cropping in it. The next treatments are straight vetch, in which we are looking at how vetch can contribute without competing too much with the wheat, and they are also grown in high and low nitrogen input condition. And the other treatments are treatment wheat and vetch companion cropping, in which vetch is being terminated at different timings using herbicides, and the idea behind this is to find the ideal termination timing so that we can find a balance between vetch and wheat yield. So last year we terminated these treatments from the month of July to October, in which one treatment is being terminated on July, the other in August, 2 in September and 1 in October. It was sown later than expected because we don't want to dry sow and we didn't receive the autumn breaks. Since this year we sow it very late compared to the last year, so the treatments, these treatments, they are being terminated different than the last year, the months, but the growth stage remains the same. Last year we find 2 findings. The first one is vetch biomass accumulation and nitrogen fixation. They increase until the certain growth stage and then declined. So the second findings is vetch as a companion cropping seems to be more useful under low nitrogen input condition compared to the high, because in high nitrogen input we saw the suppression of vetch to fix the nitrogen from the atmosphere. In our companion cropping treatment, we saw an increase in the biomass from 0.02 ton per hectare in July to 0.30 ton per hectare in September. Whereas for the nitrogen fixation, it increased from 0.4 kg nitrogen per hectare in July to 6 kg nitrogen per hectare in September. So we did the dip and soil test before sowing this year crop, and we didn't find any statistical differences from the last year treatments. So last year results were not very conclusive because last year was very dry and they were sown very late, and also vetch was not performing its best. So this year in 2025 we are focusing more on nodulation of the vetch and also continuing on finding out the ideal time for vetch removal from the system so that we can know whether it is adding nitrogen into the soil or it's benefiting the overall system. Next year we are doing a paddock scale demonstration trial by using the results from our first and second year trial. We want to thank GRDC for funding this project through National Grower Network project.